Let's find someplace private so we can get crazy.
Shut your mouth, you stupid. Oh, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at the latest vehicle released by Rockstar as part of the Casino DLC, and it is in fact the final vehicle to be released as part of their drip feed content, don't you know? And as it happens, we've been waiting about 2 weeks for this particular vehicle, and they finally seem fit to furnish us with it. Okay, now before we go any further, I must warn you, don't speak to my secretary, ladies and gentlemen. She employs prostitutes, don't you know? What, the lady in my car? No, you've got the wrong end of the stick altogether. They're simply a very good friend of mine, don't you know? Accepts money in exchange for sexual intercourse. Now, as we are here in the office today, we're going to have a look at the new vehicle, and it is the Vapid Peyote Gasser, ladies and gentlemen. And the Vapid Peyote Gasser can be found under the Southern San Andreas Super Auto site. Okay, now one may have assumed they would release this with the Peyote plans, but they chose not to, and I think, why not go and purchase? You can see, ladies and gentlemen, $800,000, $805,000 to be precise, and we're going to send it on up to the Hillcrest residence, as we always do, and on this occasion we will be getting there in the Trojan Ameris, ladies and gentlemen, a rather fine vehicle, don't you know? A rather expensive price tag on this particular car, but certainly very worth it. Easily one of the best vehicles in the game, you know. It can be beaten by the Krieger, you know, and things like that, the Ocelot Pariah maybe, and the... What the sodding hell? Right, okay, what's going on here? Right, okay, right. Are you having some trouble, my darling? What the bloody hell do you think you're doing? Right, I think I'll just go and help this lady. She seems to be having rather a spot of difficulty. Let me drive, you silly woman. Get out the way. Right, okay, I believe what you're trying... Whoops, sorry about that. I believe what you were trying to do is to park the car here. Right, yes, very good. There we go. Now hop on in, my darling, and be on your way. Right, where are you going? No need to be alarmed. I was just trying to help you, silly whore. Right, okay, well, never mind. Just trying to help her out, you know. She's absolutely spat it back in my face. You know? Mind you, I do, what can I say? I suppose I did sort of put her out of her vehicle there, didn't I? Anyway, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Vapid Peyote Gasser, don't you know? And rather hideous, in my opinion. Do not care for muscle cars, as you may well be aware if you have seen any of the other videos on this channel, but they've gone and furnished us with a muscle car as the last vehicle in this Casino DLC, don't you know? And so I'm obliged to purchase it, I do feel, and we'll take a little spin round, take a look at it. What do we think? My personal opinion, hideous, but you may well like that kind of thing. Okay then, well, here we go, and that vehicle's still parked there. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it out. This is the unmodified version, you know. We're going to take it on down on the standard lap and down to the Maze Bank offices there, ladies and gentlemen, see how she handles, and whoops, it daisies. Right, okay, first things first, rather tricky, okay, and not doing too bad down this, oops, right, okay, spoke too soon, didn't I? Yes, did think the steering was a little bit heavy there, but thought, no, I was getting away with it, but no, yes, right, okay, and the video's cut out altogether, and we can see what's happened there. Okay, the minimal damage to the car, so it can't be too bad, presumably. Okay, so let's have a look at the top speed then, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay, then automatically, well, we sort of get some speed up there, aren't we? Okay, we seem to be going with quite a rate. That's not too bad. No, not too bad. I'm not going to be too sort of churlish about these sort of things, you know. Okay, so yes, handling not too good, ladies and gentlemen. Acceleration not the greatest, but top speed looks like it's going quite fast, doesn't it? Yes, looks like it's going quite fast indeed there. Okay, trying to get round this corner, pretty much came to a stop. I had to come to a stop to get round it there, and there we go. Okay, jolly good, right? Okay, so straight out of the box, ladies and gentlemen, what do we think? Well, I'm not a muscle car fan, ladies and gentlemen, so I am not impressed. If you like muscle cars, you may well be, you know. Okay, this is more of a sort of drag car as well. My good friend Mr. Raccoon has led me to believe, so presumably that does mean very good in a straight line and absolutely abysmal handling. Well, either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it on into the custom auto shop, don't you know, and go and perform the necessary, the relevant upgrades and modifications to this vehicle in terms of performance and aesthetics, don't you know. There are rather a lot of modifications on this vehicle in terms of styling, which is always, you know, sort of preferential, I find. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going through this stage of the video at double speed in order just to hurry things along somewhat, you know, speed it along, you know. Okay, no one wants to sort of spend too long inside a custom auto shop watching somebody else modify their vehicles, I'm quite sure. But it will give you an idea of the sort of, like I say, the modifications that can be affected to your vehicle should you choose to go ahead and purchase it. Okay, and rather a lot of engine options there, aren't there? Right now, I don't normally go for the engine sticking through the hood, but on this occasion, yeah, why not? Okay, we're on to the liveries, don't you know? Always a good sign, right? Okay, they've furnished us with a handful there, not too many, but they're quite interesting, I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, then, and roll cages, that, yeah, seems to be, doesn't it? Okay, jolly good and all that sort of thing, right? Roof, okay, and how about that? The roof comes up, actually, that's quite snazzy, isn't it? But I do quite like this car quite close to stock, you know, put that engine coming through, but I think I'm going to keep this vehicle in pink, you know, and so I actually go ahead and leave the garage at this point and realize I've got to come back later at night and, yes, going through those color options for you there just so you can have a look at the how the vehicle looks in the different hues of the rainbow, don't you know. Now, this vehicle does claim to have a secondary color function. You can fit a hood that will have a secondary color, but if you don't go for the hood, you primarily just get the second color on the suspension and the roll cage there. Really not much to write home about. Let's be quite frank about these things, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, here we are. We've performed the necessary upgrades to the vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of performance and whatnot, the aesthetics as well, as I said previously. And now we're going to take it on a standard lap and see what we think. Okay, well, it's dry streets, daylight, you know, all perfect conditions for a test lap. So we'll see how she goes. And what do we think? Well, like I say, ladies and just feel very fast, you know, very fast indeed. In fact, I'm starting to wonder what sort of performance this car's got. But as you can see, yes, in terms of handling, ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely abysmal, as you may well expect from a muscle car. And that's one of the main reasons that I don't like them, you know, not particularly pushed on the styling of most muscle cars, to be quite frank with you. But chiefly, I could get over that. It's chiefly the absolutely shoddy and shocking handling that really drives me away from these vehicles, don't you know? And this vehicle is no exception, as you're about to see here. And there we go. Okay, there we go. Like I say, indication of the rather shocking and shoddy handling that this car has. What do we think of it once it's been upgraded? A very good accelerator, a very good top speed. It feels, ladies and gentlemen, handling not improved whatsoever. And there we go. That's another indication of it. Now, I did go and give a second test lap. You know, it felt like I didn't give it the best shot, but the second test lap was, quite frankly, pretty much the same as the first. So, yeah, there's no need to include that in this video. And but what we will do, just for a change, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it on up to our top speed test track, ladies and gentlemen, just to see what sort of performance this car has got in it. Okay, so this is our top speed test track. Just give you an indication here, something like the Ocelot will make it down here in about 50, 51. The Krieger about 51, 52. And something like the Zentorno can do sort of 53, 54, don't you know. So that's second, of course, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to see what this particular vehicle, what this Vapid Peyote Gasser can do. And we're going to cross the line, and there we go. And like I say, Zentorno 53, 54. And we've got a 57.6, so okay. Well, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take it on up to the test track now, ladies and gentlemen. We're up at Sandy Shores here, and we're going to go through our standard line of tests, you know. And as is a muscle car, so we're going to put it up against, we're not going to strain it too strongly to start with. We're going to go with the slam van, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go. Okie dokie, so what do we see? Well, we see the slam van being left in its wake, as we may well expect. You know, it's only a sort of old-fashioned van there. No reason to expect any great performance from it, really. And whoops, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, yes, this thing really does have shocking handling. Now, it must be pointed out that I am an absolutely abysmal driver, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely terrible, you know. But I can assure you that this vehicle really does have poor handling. Okay, and there we go. So the Vapid Peyote Gasser crosses the line ahead of the slam van there. And okay, LJT phoning me up. What does he want? No, I don't want to talk about my meth habit. Thank you very much. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, we're going on to our second vehicle of the test now. This is the Shyster Deviant, I do believe. Another sort of muscle car, you know, as I say, Mr. Brombies declared this to be the Peyote Gasser to be a drag car, and it certainly seems to be outperforming it, you know. Okay, I should also point out, of course, ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. that is Mr. Raccoon. Whoops, Daisy's gone off the sodding track, haven't I? Okay, that might well cost me the Well, how about that? Even going off the track, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still going to beat the Shyster Deviant. Okay, so that just give you an indication. It's not bad top speed, and Mr. Raccoon's taken a disliking to it, and he started shooting me in the back, as you can see there. Okay, tried to JFK, maybe didn't get away with it. Okay, and as I was, okay, and this is the, well, I'm not entirely certain of what brand this is. This is the Vigero or the Figaro, something like that, ladies and gentlemen. Not entirely certain. Whatever it is, it's miles behind the Peyote Gasser, as you can see there, and that's where it's going to stay pretty much. Okay, and as I was trying to say previously, ladies and gentlemen, whoops, Daisy's having difficulty with the corner again. It is Mr. Raccoon driving all of the other vehicles, and you know, there he is. His name's the Bromby, and you can see it on the screen there. Although you go and type in how his name's spelled into YouTube, you can find his channel. You know, he does have a channel of his own, got some rather interesting videos on there. Okie dokie, so there we go. We've taken down the models like the Vigero or something like that. Yes. Okay, now we're going to put it up against something more modern, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Hellfire, you know, the Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire. Actually comes in slightly cheaper, don't you know, than the Peyote Gasser there. And we're going to see how it performs, and we're seeing how it performs, and how about that? This is about $100,000, maybe slightly more, but about $100,000 less, don't you know? And it's going to, whoops, Days has gone off the track, you know, but he's weaving himself all over the place there. We do actually run this test a number of times, ladies and gentlemen. This was our first one, but as it turns out, we pretty much get the same result time after time. And yes, the Bravado Gauntlet is going to take the Peyote Gasser pretty much 9 times out of 10. And whoops, it is, he's spinning and slamming into him. Right, okay, he doesn't seem too happy about that. He's going to have a word with me. I think I'm going to cut. Right, okay, don't need to see what happened there. Okay, now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Zentorno, don't you know? I've hopped into my Zentorno. That was Mr. Raccoon there in his own Peyote Gasser. He's gone and bought himself. We'll put it in the Shark library. It looked rather spiffy. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to beat the Zentorno. No amount of libraries or anything like that's going to change the facts. The Zentorno is an absolutely phenomenal car. $725,000 for this vehicle, significantly, well, not significantly, but slightly less than the Peyote Gasser there, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to absolutely demolish it. Okay, not to be not a surprise really, though, to be quite frank. This is a supercar, and whoops, what bloody hell? Right, okay, what was that? Mr. Raccoon went flying back. What the bloody hell's going on? Okay, right, I see he's blown up a helicopter and an aeroplane. Okay, well, jolly good, Mr. Raccoon. Well, now it's time for the final masquerade, you know, as we have taken to calling it on this channel. What is the final masquerade? Was the GTO, ladies and gentlemen, the Grotti Itali GTO. As far as we can work out, not technically the fastest car in the game, if you put it down a straight line, but generally speaking, round corners, round the streets and whatnot, you know, really is going to beat pretty much everything else out there. Now, I have taken a shockingly bad corner, ladies and gentlemen, but as I'm sure you can see by the fact that the GTO is crossing the line, there's nothing on earth that's going to stop it from beating this particular vehicle, and that's because the GTO rules and the Peyote Gasser does not. Okie dokie, there we go, spinning through the air and all that. Okay, so what do we think of the Peyote Gasser then, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's like I say, not a muscle car fan. Should you buy it? Not unless you are a muscle car fan. If you are, then yes. If you aren't, then no, stay the hell away from it. Sodding hell, sticky bomb, bloody raccoon. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.